Welcome back to the Everything Sparkle Show. With us, we have Eric. You are running for mayor of Fresno.
Not Eric, Nickolas Wildstar.
Oh, Nickolas Wildstar. Where's it on your? I saw on your, because you were with the K. It's Nickolas with a K, not Eric with a K. Because that's where I got confused. Wildstar. Is that your real last name? Somebody was asking me that today.
It is.
And I think because my name's Sparkle, they were kind of like they always think I'm playing a wild card out there.
Wildstar.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry about the Eric and Nickolas, because I remember the K thing, and last week we had an Eric with the K.
Oh, okay.
That was our water guy. He was talking about
with the K.
He was talking about the quality of our water, which is bad.
Oh, yeah.
As mayor, would you change that?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I do plan on changing that. I actually plan on making a public-owned utility here in Fresno. That would be owned by we the people. And this would
Are you serious?
Yes, absolutely. This would be our own power and water, owned by the people of Fresno.
This was a great segue. If I didn't say your name wrong, I mean, we never would have gotten the water topic.
That's good to know.
So, wow. Have you been working on this for a while?
Yes, absolutely. My platform has been available to the public ever since I've launched my campaign, but officially been available on my website, wildstar2020.com. Since the beginning of the year. But
what have you been doing anyway? Like, where did you come from? All of a sudden, you're just doing so many things.
Right? Wildstar fell out of the sky on Fresno. Well, I'm doing my best to be a guardian angel for the city. I actually ran for governor twice for the state of California. I was the Libertarian candidate in 2018, yes. And I moved here to Fresno with my wife and my son, Chancellor. We actually had our baby
great
here.
Name. I love that name,
Thank
Chancellor.
you so much. Yeah, he's definitely living up to it already.
I like the name Nickolas with a K. Now you guys have to remember that. That's what happens.
Thank you. But yes, we had our son here. So he's born in Fresno, and we are raising him here in the city. And when I ran in 2018, I actually was invited here by the Libertarian Party of Fresno to speak a few times. And my wife and I, we really enjoyed the city. The people of the city were very inviting, much more inviting than what we've experienced in Southern California and Orange County.
Is that where you're from?
Yeah. We moved from Fullerton in Orange County.
I know. I lived in Southern California for a while. I'm familiar with Fullerton.
Okay. Yeah, so it's a different energy type of thing. And Southern California, another North California, Central California, I don't know. And Central reminds me more of home, where I'm from, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. There's a lot of farmland, It's the cheese state. And people are much more friendlier, They're very inviting towards each other and hospitable towards one another, and that's more of the type of environment that I'm used to versus, sometimes in Southern California, the people can be a bit standoffish and cold, Even
to you, you're so nice. You just have this great bubbly energy.
Oh, thank you so much. Well,
that'd be fun to have a nice mayor. I mean,
oh, thank you. That's what I'm hoping to bring to the city. I mean, some energy and some life and some love. I think the people of the city could definitely appreciate that, especially those that are living on the streets, that are homeless. They could use a mayor that would care about them. And the candidates, unfortunately, like Dyer and Jans, haven't expressed much care about helping them in their needs and addressing them specifically, other than making some sort of a criminal justice type of action towards them, And I don't want to vilify anybody for being homeless, and transience shouldn't be a crime. So what I would like to do is, of course, create some homes for those people that are living on the street and homeless. And these would be 3D printed homes. It's state-of-the-art technology where a 3D printer would create this home in less than 24 hours for less than $5,000. And this technology does exist. You can Google it. They actually have prototypes in Texas that they're building to help solve the homeless situation in third world countries. So
you're going to try to model that?
Oh, we definitely will. We would like to. I would like to build communities here in the city. Start with maybe a few hundred to start, but a lot of people, their concern is that it's going to bring, violence and drug use to their community. But there will be a criteria, of course, to be eligible to enter the home. One of that being that you must be sober. You know, I have a personal preference for marijuana. And I know in the state of California, with it being legal and recreational, there are some that, you know, have that preference as well. But during the time while the person is in this transitional home, of course, it'd be best if they not be sober, especially if it leads to some sort of addictive quality where it leads to another drug, you know, like heroin or crack or meth or something else. But and for those people that are dealing with substance use abuses of those substances, I think maybe having mental health professionals or drug use professionals, counselors, drug counselors, help them instead of, again, sending police officers to round them up and put them in jail. Now, taxpayers, we're footing the bill for them, you know, having this addictive quality of themselves that they're going to get back on the street and do all over again. And it's just a repetitive cycle. And if we want to reduce the amount of, you know, people that are going in and out of prison or the jail system here in Fresno, then I think the best thing to do would be to decriminalize all drugs. Take the drugs out of the street and put them into the stores. And we've seen that reduce crime just historically. Even with the abolition of alcohol, you know, it caused a lot of crime back in the day. But since it became legalized, it has reduced it. And we've seen the same thing happen with marijuana. So if we were to do that with mushrooms, which is now being considered in cities like San Jose and other states like Colorado, we could, again, reduce the amount of crime revolved around drug use.
Nickolas, what about our problem with Oxycontin? Because when we did try to do that, there was a very big pill problem, and then people were still purchasing off the black market. How is this going to be different than what we saw happen there?
Well, the problem is government involvement. With them regulating the market, of course, it's going to limit the amount of availability from different providers. So if government gets out of the control of the substance and allow the free market to just provide it. Let's say, for instance, with the Oxycontin, if that became available at CVS, now you can go to any pharmacy and, you know, speak with a pharmacist behind the counter and get a consultation before you receive your dosage. That way they can let you know how much is going to kill you, you know, versus what isn't. And with regard to the cost and the regulatory part of it, by allowing more free market providers, then now the cost drops significantly, and that kills the black market. The reason why people turn to the black market is because it's cheaper. Right now, you're seeing the same thing happen again with marijuana. People would prefer to go to the dispensary because it's cheaper than buying it off the street. You know, you might as well go to the dispensary and get double, triple the quantity in some in some instances. So, again, there is a matter of data proving all of what I'm saying to be true. I just leave it up to you, we the people, to do your own research.
Nickolas, can you explain for our audience exactly what a libertarian is?
Absolutely. Libertarians are freedom fighters, as simply put. I mean, we're defenders of personal of property, whether it be your personal choice, you know, what you want to do with your body, your personal property, physical things, or your gun, or, you know, as I said, again, with your body. People want to be able to choose, especially with women, you know, if they want to have an abortion or not. But we have government telling people what they can and cannot do. And a libertarian, again, is a defender of personal property. So whether it be your money, your gun, your body, your choice, you know, your intellectual property, it should all be yours and controlled by only you. There shouldn't be a dictator of that. And to have one is to be an enslaved person, you know. So, and here in the free country of America, we are not slaves, okay? We are free thinkers, we are free people, and we need to start defending the principle of freedom. And in a sense, that is, again, the quality of liberty, which is all of those things. And it is in our Declaration of Independence, you know, for us to be defending the liberty and justice of all people in this country. So, and that's exactly what we want to do. We want to live up to that pledge.
So do you think if we legalize prostitution that would decrease sex trafficking?
Absolutely. It would give officers an opportunity to focus more so on those men or women that may be forced into, you know, sex work, and or, you know, children that may be trafficked through either the state or through from another country. But it would give the opportunity for police officers, again, to focus more so on real criminals versus consenting adults choosing to, you know, engage in an activity that some may frown upon on, just like marijuana or alcohol or tobacco. You know, I don't smoke cigarettes. I detest it completely, and, you know, abhor it. But anyone that does, that's their personal choice. And if they want to spend their money on doing so, hey, so be it. If it leads to their death, it's their choice. You know, and we don't see government dictating that person's personal choice, so why should they be dictating any other?
So libertarians have risen. We have had some libertarian mayors in the past of different cities, not necessarily Fresno.
Yes.
So you're seeing it on the rise. What do you think of us having a libertarian president one day? Do you think that's a possibility?
Absolutely. I'm seeing a lot of voters, younger voters, lean more towards libertarian, even if they are no party preference or claim to be more independent. They are sick of the two-party system.
Right. And
you know, the fighting between a Republican and Democrat has really turned people off to politics altogether. But they want to be involved in having a say in their community. So the libertarians give them an opportunity to still express that voice politically, yet achieve those political goals that they want.
And I think a lot of people are libertarians, but they're not voting that way because they think that there's no chance that they're going to win. So what do you say to people with that mindset?
Well, of course, those people out there to say, hey, if you vote libertarian, you're still in front of Republicans or you're still in front of Democrats. Well, that's the point. Okay, is to take away votes from the opponent. You know, if I was a Republican running, my goal would be to take votes away from a Democrat and vice versa.
Correct.
So coming in as a candidate representing another party other than the two-party system, you still are giving we the people, you, the opportunity to choose. I think people kind of feel robbed because of the two-party system, electoral system that's been created. Here in California, that's a big threat because with our two-party system, regardless of the candidate's party, we can end up with two candidates of the same party.
Correct.
So that would be two Republicans or two Democrats going head-to-head in a general election, and what real choice is there in that, you know? So one thing that I am proposing to do as mayor is implement what's called ranked choice voting. This would be an opportunity for every person in the city to vote for all of the candidates. You'd be able to rank them on how much you like them versus to how least you like them, you know? And because of that, that would equal the, you know, level of playing field. Now people don't feel so bad for, you know, picking one candidate that they might choose more than the other, but still giving some other guy that they like, such as myself, you know, an opportunity to get into office, you know. And this ranked choice voting has been implemented in cities like Oakland, you know, and we have had mayors in the state of California that are libertarian.
Right.
There's one by the name of Jeff Hewitt out of Riverside County, who's now a Riverside County supervisor. He was the mayor of Cali Mesa. And if you look at what Jeff Hewitt did in the city of Cali Mesa, that's exactly what I would like to do here in Fresno, is create some financial independence. He actually ended the pension for the fire CalPERS in Cali Mesa. And I know that may sound threatening to people. Oh, no, I don't want to lose my benefits. But think about it. We, the people, we're footing that bill. So if these are six-figure pensions that we're having to pay for, here in the city of Fresno, we have nearly 900 city employees that get paid over $100,000. That's ridiculous when the median income is around $30,000.
Right.
So that definitely needs to change. And if we, again, gave the people of the community an opportunity to actually start keeping some money in their pockets, I'm pretty sure they'd be more happy with that. That's what I want to do as mayor.
Yeah, when I was talking to Alan Autry earlier today, we were talking about you. I said, well, what was I saying? He goes, I actually like the Libertarian Party. He was saying that he veered off of saying, except for the drugs and the prostitutes. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of conservatives are leaning that way. And then I guess socially, you get some of those Democratic votes, right? But fiscally, you're helping kind of like if you got to take something good out of the Republican Party that you guys kind of follow.
Yes,
and then
absolutely.
Socially you take a little bit out of the Liberal
Well,
Party.
yeah, the libertarian philosophy, of course, is live and let live. We don't want anybody to be forced to do anything that they don't want to do. And I think that's the problem, that the turnoff that people kind of feel with the Republican Party is they want to allow people to be able to express their personal choice, wherever it be. Whether it be a sexual orientation, or personal preference of a pastime preference such as marijuana, or a prostitute. Hey, but anyway, so with libertarians, we again feel like live and let live. If you're not hurting me, hey, do as you please.
Exactly.
But when it comes to funding those, those choices of yours, you should be able to fund them. I don't want to fund that bill. And that's where the buck stops with libertarians.
I like that. That's well put. This is a very good education just for people who don't even know about libertarians. Because, I think, like I said, I think a lot of people really are.
Absolutely.
And they're making a choice based on popularity.
Right.
So before you go Nickolas with the K, I'm going to say this over and over so people get it in. But Wildstar is what really gets me, because that's the coolest last name ever.
Thank you so much. I got to thank my father for that one. Yes, and of course, God Almighty, because it is a God-given name. I was born Nickolas Wildstar. So
I was born Sparkle Soojian, so a lot of people ask me if that's my real name. So it's like I totally respect that. So we got to go to your website.
Yes, please. Wildstar2020.com. That is wild like an animal, star like in the sky, 2020.com. There it is right there. And so, yeah, please visit my website, find out more about my platform, what I plan on doing for the city, especially my Fresno First initiative, as I stated, the public-owned utility, a public-owned bank, is what I want to do. Of course, build some more community gardens, which are absent here in Fresno, a public transportation system that's state-of-the-art, like a maglev.
Right, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, so if we want to step it up here in Fresno, Nickolas Wildstar is your guy. Trust me.
Tell us a little bit about your background, like what you do for a living when you're not campaigning. Just so people, I really want people of the city of Fresno to get to know you.
Well, just like everyone else, I'm just a hard-working class guy. Between campaigns, of course, I have to find whatever employment is available. So for the past, I would say, 7 to 10 years or so, I've been involved in sales of various sorts. Which I've been able to, thankfully, been able to prosper at and provide for my family to where now, we're living in Fresno and are building a family, But I am also a musician. So I have.
What kind of music?
I'm a rap artist. So if
you're gonna have to come back and play for us sometime.
Well, absolutely.
I love that.
If you go to my website, wildstar2020.com.
That'd be fun. Oh my gosh, you'd be the most fun mayor we've ever had.
Thank you very much. There was actually a TV show on ABC where a character, he was a rap artist. And he ended up becoming the mayor of the city. So
they wrote about you.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. And
they modeled that after Wildstar. But yes, I am a musician. I have music available on SoundCloud and YouTube, Amazon, Spotify, all the streaming channels. I have a song in the movie Scary Movie 4. So, yeah.
This is so cool. I love this. Oh, my gosh. I am so excited I met you, Nickolas.
Oh, thank you so
And
much.
then I love what you're doing for homeless people. You have to meet my friend Sherry Singer. She created Sherry's Arc.
All right.
And she's trying to bring to the Valley where she's going to house homeless veterans. And I think she's also from Southern California. So I think you guys need to meet and work on this.
Yeah, I think the energy that's bringing people to Fresno is that of the builder. We see this new metropolis on the cusp of something great, and we all want to be a part of it. So I feel like that's the energy that attracted me to Fresno. That's why I've been called here to serve, hopefully as the next mayor. And if the people of the city give me an opportunity, hopefully we will be able to give people like Sherry an opportunity to, help those in need. Because that's government's true purpose, is to help those in need. Those that are well off, they are doing fine, and they're great philanthropists and contributors to society. So do not damn the rich, okay? They're good people. They keep people like me employed, or people like you. I'm pretty sure if you're not working for yourself, you work for someone else, So we need to start appreciating each other's financial status. I think we tend to be prejudiced towards each other because of that as well.
You're right.
I'm being discriminated against as a candidate because I don't have the money to, be on TV and all of this other stuff, that I'm being ignored by the mainstream media. Fresno B ignores me completely, GV Wire, ABC, Fox, etc. But I have been making my rounds as someone, again, of the community.
We do have love for you at the Everything Sparkle show.
Oh,
and
great.
You're going to be back.
I see.
We're going to have you back.
All right.
Thank you so much for coming, Nickolas.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you for being here.
Nickolas with a K.
Yes. And Sparkle with a K.
Right.